Nice little intimate crowd today. Cool. Okay, so it's Christmas Eve and I am scared shitless. Why, you ask? Because in about 15 minutes I'm going to be meeting my boyfriend's entire family. Now normally something like this wouldn't bother me. I am normally a people person. Parents love me. But this time it's different. You see, first of all, I'm in Bakersfield. Yeah, you heard me. Bakersfield. So I can tell you guys all have these weird looks on your faces, and you're just wondering to yourselves, just how the hell did I, Les Kirkendall, end up in Bakersfield, the armpit of California? I guess I should begin from the beginning. Alright, let's go back in time 1 month ago. Thanksgiving. I was co-hosting my annual Thanksgiving dinner party with my buddies, Tim and Jason. It is so much fun. We make everybody bring their favorite entree and a bottle of wine. Now, it's my time to get together with my friends, my chosen family, and have a wonderful time. And you know why it's so wonderful? No family drama. No drunk uncles, no fights with mom, no sibling rivalry, none of that. Just good friends, good food, and most of all, good wine. Alright? So, Mike and I have been together for 1 year and 1 month, and normally he would go and spend Thanksgiving with his family. But this time he decided to do something different. He decided to stay and spend the holiday with me. And we had a great time. But little did I know, this was the calm before the storm of the century. You see, the day after Thanksgiving, Mike got a phone call from his parents. Now, they were upset because they thought that the reason that he didn't go home to spend Thanksgiving with him was because he felt that they didn't accept him being gay. So, this got them to thinking. And in order to prove that they did indeed love their gay son, they invited him and his boyfriend, moi. They invited us home for the Christmas holidays. So, I was going home with my boyfriend for Christmas, right? Oh, hell no. I didn't want any part of that shit. Plus, I already had planned, you see, I spend every Christmas in Palm Springs. It's a lot of fun. You guys ever been to Palm Springs? Lots of fun, right? Okay, so one of my very good friends, Cosmos, lives there. And so what I do is I drive up on Christmas Eve, and we spend the entire Christmas day lying by the pool, sipping mimosas, and that night we go to a fabulous dinner party, and we have a lot of fun. And you know why it's so much fun? No family drama. Yeah, no family drama. So all of a sudden I get a phone call from Cosmos. Hello. Okay, you guys. Cosmos has rented a villa in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico for the entire Thanksgiving holiday. And guess who, actually the Christmas holiday, and guess who's he's invited to come with him? Yes, me. Alright, I'm in. How much? $2,000. I didn't have a spare $2,000. So it looked like for the first time ever, I was going to be stuck at home alone on Christmas. Don't because then because I realized I didn't have to be at home alone on Christmas. And that's how it happened. I was going home with my boyfriend for the Christmas holiday, and where was home? Bakersfield. Yes. Okay, now I've only heard 3 things about Bakersfield. The first is that Bakersfield is the home of the late great country and western star Buck Owens, the guy who created that TV show Hee Haw. The second thing I heard about Bakersfield is that it is the home of the reality TV show star Pumpkin from that show, The Flavor of Love. Oh. Have you guys ever seen that show, Flavor of Love? you know, Pumpkin is the reality TV show star who, you know, for those of you who don't know what Flavor of Love is kind of like the black ghetto version of The Bachelor. Alright? Where 12 women vie for the love and attentions of Flavor Flav. So, Pumpkin was one of the contestants who got so mad at her competition, this fine young lady named New York, that Pumpkin spit on her face on national television. Yeah, Pumpkin was a very classy girl. And the last thing I heard about Bakersfield is that it is the home base of the Ku Klux Klan in California. Right, not the kind of place I'd want to go to for a weekend getaway. So, 3 weeks later, we are in the car and we are on our way to Bakersfield. So, we're sitting in the car and the holiday rush hour was in full swing. We were in bumper-to-bumper traffic. So as we inched and crawled our way up the freeway, I looked out of the mirror to try to take in some scenery, but there was absolutely nothing to look at. Everything was just kind of brown and just drab, and I started to get a little nervous. And I started to wonder to myself, hey, I wonder if his parents are going to like me. Now, this was only the second time I had ever dated anybody long enough to meet their parents, and the first time didn't go so well. As a matter of fact, the first time sucked. Now, Mac, it really sucked, right? Mac and I had been together for about 3 years, and one day he tells me that his mother was coming from New York and she wanted to meet me. So when I walk into the door, Mac's mother shoots me the look. You know, that look. The look that a person of color gets when they meet someone who automatically hates them because of the color of their skin. The look that cuts them like a knife. The look that genuinely hurts your feelings, you know, that long, hard, racist look. Mac broke up with me about a week later. He said that his mother had no problem with him dating a man, she just didn't want him dating a black man. Now, in my family, skin color has never been an issue when it comes to dating. I have an older sister and a younger brother, and if you were to get us and our partners together, we would look like the United Colors of Benetton. Now, my sister's husband is Caucasian, and he's also Jewish. My brother's fiance is Japanese. And I like to say that I'm dating a white man because I'm the Jan Brady of my family. And then I thought of something. Hey, I wonder if he told his parents that I'm black. Oh, come on, Les, don't be stupid. Of course he told his parents. So I turned to Mike and I jokingly asked, hey, Mike, you tell your parents that I'm black? Silence. Okay, this is the part where Mike's supposed to turn to me and say, oh, come on, Les, don't be a drama queen. Of course I told them. But there was still silence. Well, Mike gets this weird look on his face. And he stares ahead and he says, no. But before you get mad, the reason I didn't tell my parents that you're African American is because, you know what, your skin color doesn't matter to me and it shouldn't matter to them either. Okay, Michael, has anybody in your family ever brought a black person home before? Well, no. Come to think of it, I don't think anybody in my family knows any black people. Okay, you mean to tell me you're taking me home to shit-kicking, clan-loving Bakersfield, and you didn't give your parents the slightest inkling that I'm black? Oh, that's good. That's really good. Do they at least know that I'm a man? Oh, come on, Les, don't be stupid. Of course my family knows that you're a man. Everybody in the family knows that you're a man. Everybody got the email. What email? Well, when my parents thought that I didn't come home for Thanksgiving because they didn't accept me being gay, my father sent an email to the entire family telling them that I'm gay and that I have a boyfriend. So yes, everybody in the family knows that you're a man. Okay, first of all, I can't believe your parents outed you via email. Second of all, I can't wait to see the email they're going to send when they meet me. Hope you're not looking for a white Christmas, because this year ain't going to happen. I just wanted to jump out of the car and run. But you know what? We were only 20 minutes away. It was too late to turn back now. So I sit in the passenger seat, and I fume, and I'm fuming, and then all of a sudden I see a sign out of the distance that says, "Welcome to Bakersfield." We drive into the city. Now, I've always said that Orlando, Florida is the ugliest city in the United States, but you know what? Bakersfield made Orlando, Florida look like paradise. The city was hideous. Now, it had this gray tint that kind of reminded me of the opening scene of The Wizard of Oz. It looked like one big strip mall. So, we start to drive by ugly building after uglier building after even uglier building after hideous building, and Mike turns to me and says, "Now I guess you see why I wanted to get the hell out of here." So we continue to drive and drive and drive, and all of a sudden I see a glimmer of attractiveness in the city of Bakersfield. The grass gets a little greener, and the sky gets a little bluer. And the buildings get a little nicer, and a little nicer, and a lot nicer. And then all of a sudden, the buildings start to get fabulous. And then before I know it, we're driving by a golf course. Then we drive by a country club. And then we drive up to this gate that looked like a huge fortress. Yes, we drive up to a gated community. So Mike rolls down the windows and he punches in some numbers, and the gate opens up, and we drive into this neighborhood that makes Bel Air look like the ghetto. So we drive by nice house after even nicer house after even nicer house after huge house, until we drive up to this house that looked like something out of that TV show Dynasty. We're here. So we get out of the car, and we walk up the walkway, and I am so nervous, my heart is beating a mile a minute. We walk into the house, and it looked like something out of a department store. There were Christmas lights everywhere. There was a Christmas tree that was so tall it touched the ceiling, with mountains and mountains of gifts under it. And that was just the entryway. We walk into the living room, and the entire family's there. Mom, Dad, brother, sister-in-law, and the 3 kids. And they all have this look of shock on their faces. Kind of like they were poked with cattle prods. Now, I don't want you guys to think that I'm bragging or anything, because I didn't look so hot either. You see, when I get really nervous, I smile, and I have a very wide smile. So I stood there looking like a black version of the Joker. So there we stood, sizing each other up. I needed a drink, and I needed a drink bad. So we're all looking at each other, and I could see his mother shoot him a look that kind of said, "Well, you could have at least warned us first." So we stood there staring, and all of a sudden his mother says, "Oh my God, I need a drink. Does anybody want a drink?" I raised my hand and said, "Can I have a screwdriver, please?" One screwdriver coming up. "I'm going to have a glass of wine. Les, do you like wine?" I love wine. She gave me both a screwdriver and a glass of wine. So now that the ice was broken, his father walks up and says, "Well, I'm glad you men made it in one piece. Listen, we're going to have a house full for Christmas. Do you 2 mind sharing a bed?" I just smiled. And his brother says, "No, Dad, they want to sleep in the car. Of course they want to share a bed. Don't be stupid." I liked his brother already. So now, it was now time for the introductions, but you know what? I'm going to get to that a little later. Okay, we took a tour of this house. This house was amazing. Okay, this house had 6 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms, 2 living rooms, a pool, a jacuzzi, a full gym, a playroom for the kids that took up an entire floor, a study, and its very own brand new state-of-the-art movie theater. Oh. Yes! This house had its own fucking movie theater! I now knew how Arnold and Willis felt in that TV show, Different Strokes. Yes!